Okay.
What is fate, if not an ally? A friend who walks with us in life. A guide who delivers us to journey's end. Too long have we stood aside. Now, at last, we enter the fray.
Hey, yo! She has some moves, man.
We are the Afeera. Let us light your path.
Oh, yeah. If that's only female, I'm doing a waifu. What's it called? A waifu year of honor. No more Blackfire, no more anything. It's strictly female characters. The whole year means I have to play Nukia.
Welcome back, Warriors. We're so happy you're here with us today, so we can dive more deeply into the Afeera and all the gameplay and awesome stuff that goes along.
Oh,
with
he's
it.
production manager
you
now.
You saw the reveal, you saw the trailer, you heard the lore, you saw the armor. So now let's get into the nitty gritty about how she actually plays and animates, and who better to help us understand all of this than JC and Vanessa. Welcome back to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but just, in case, do you want to kind of introduce to the audience, anybody new watching, who you are, what you do
Who doesn't
here?
know JC?
I don't know.
You should know JC.
Go ahead. So I'm team lead game design. I'm responsible for the fight team in general, a lot of other things, but take care of a lot of heroes, balancing, that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Vanessa.
And I'm the team lead animation, so it's counterpart in the animation team.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
So the fight, the animation, all the things that put the character into the game, into your hands, so you can play and enjoy. So that's awesome. I'm excited. Let's dive into this.
Yeah.
So first up, one of the first things
let's see.
About is, can you give us some explanation about, what went into this character? Like, what was your inspiration, all that stuff? Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah. So, as Stefan mentioned earlier, right? One of the concepts that we used for this hero was what he called, in rightfully so, relentless reach, right? So, relentless reach in this case does not mean a super long weapon.
Okay.
Doesn't mean like hitting super far away, but it does mean that whenever she wants to reach somebody, she will reach somebody.
She's gonna get there.
So that's like one of the big pillars that we had there. So we really tried to focus around making sure she was like super agile and running around the battlefield. And I think that's super represented in her animations as well.
Yeah, exactly. That was really something inspiring for us because she has to be agile, but with a blunt weapon
agile.
in a way. So we had to make it like, like she's in control of her weapon, but when she's gonna bonk you, like
So
she's gonna bonk
it's the word of the day, by the way.
think
I
so,
love
yeah.
it so much.
Brian did that good.
It would just get bonk in the chat for everybody. That'd be awesome.
And then the other aspect we're really focusing on is something I would like to call like every stance matters. So for this hero, we're trying something a little bit different. Like sometimes, you might be used to playing some heroes and like for Shinobi, for example, right? The side heavy finishers are undodgeable, the top is unblockable. We tried to go one step further with this hero. So we wanted to make sure that, first of all of our finishers had like kind of different, not necessarily different properties, but like her heavy finishers have different properties, definitely, depending on which stance you're picking.
Oh, okay.
And her light finishers have superior block, which we'll go into, really help you defend yourself in group fights, but be a little bit more aggressive doing it. So we really tried to have a lot of that. Picking what stance you're going to be doing kind of really matters, and having a big
Stance?
impact on how you play the character and what choices you make in what situations.
Nice. Well, I think it's about time we show a bit of that off, right?
Hey,
So for visibility, you're going to see some gameplay on screen. This is JC. If you notice the other Afeera, this is me as a punching bag. So I'm just here to take some hits and JC.
So we're going to start with something that I really want to highlight because it's an amazing part of this hero. It's just the way she changes her stance, right? So you can look at, like, you know, from, let's say, from right to top. Like, Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit about this?
Yeah, because the stance matter a lot for this character, we really take our time at mocap to design them in a way that
this
they
is
look cool
mocap.
and they flow very well. Like top to right stance, it flows so well that we were like, usually it's pretty linear, the animation that we do, but for this character specifically, you have like, if you spam the change stance, because everybody does that, right? It kind of look cool, like top to right. It's kind of flowy, and yeah, I'm really proud of the change stance. Really, it's because it's not really gameplay,
cool.
but it's part of like everybody see the stances. It's the starting point really to start fighting. So we really wanted to design the silhouette and the stances. In a good way to
I find it really sells her agility.
Does she have a bash?
Just right there, and you know already, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so we're gonna start with what are her chains openers, right? So she has normally lights, normal. As you can notice, her lights have superior block, so that it helps you really like counter people that are attacking. And she has heavies as well, right? So they always look super good. Here we have front dodge heavy. We have if you want to put your life there, yeah.
I was just gonna be like, I'm about to die. No.
Just so that okay.
No, we're back.
We have side dodge heavies as well, right? So again, really good stuff there. We also have a little something that's kind of new that we haven't really done before. We have a neutral bash. That's feintable, right? So we have a bash like this. It's kind of slow, but
there's the bonk.
You can feint it.
We found the bonk.
Yeah, there's a
people.
bonk.
But you
here,
can
right?
feint
So
it.
You can feint it, so it's really good and mixing up opponents from super close range, having a lot of that stuff there that's super
Okay.
So that works really well. There's other little specific things we'll get into with that specific bash. So one of the things that's also really interesting is that her light finishers also have superior block, right? You can kind of see it on the indicator.
Superior
there.
block?
So again, the idea is when you're in a group fight, when you're outnumbered, in a 1v1 situation, it's not the best tool, but in a group fight, it's super interesting, right? Because there's somebody trying to peel you off, trying to do something, block them, hit your current target, super good, really interesting stuff.
Nice.
But then, when you look at her heavies, so her right stance heavy is
It's unblockable.
Yeah. Her top stance heavy
It's
is
undodgeable.
and her left stance heavy displaces. So if we go here,
Okay.
you can see that it... We're going to do it a little bit more.
Look close, look close.
It's gonna
Does
ball
it?
splat here,
Yeah,
right?
I knew
I
it.
can get top heavy off. I can get like different things off. So
Okay.
again, we really want her to have like that choice here where you have that built-in mix-up of I'm going to do unblockable, doing undodgeable. She also has a bash in her chains that you can do after any opener. This super beautiful looking kick. You can do it after dodge, do it after whatever you like. So that's super cool there as well. You get a lot of those mix-ups. All of that stuff is really built in. But then you're going to look at me, you're going to say, you know what? This is just like a 2-hit chain hero.
Yeah. JC, when I look at this, I just see a 2-hit chain here.
Yeah, right?
What's up with that?
That's kind of weird, right?
A little bit.
So what she can do is that after every single attack in her recovery, similar to what we have with some other heroes, you can do a recovery cancel.
Ooh, okay.
It's not a regular dodge cancel, right? It's a flip that she does. But you can see right now, and what's cool is that I'm doing it like we're just pressing dodge, right? But you can also do it sideways. You can do it front as well.
Oh no.
Oh, she's very agile.
Just-
That's for
something
sure.
that I saw from GC's like, let's have movement, and that's because the first time we did those transitions, that was really cool to do. We did the back first, and it looked amazing, and we were like, I think at that time we should do it like on different side, because that when we do play session and we play and we're like, I wish I can do it on the side as well. So we start allowing it to do it, but the backflip was sliding, so we went back to mocap. I'm like, GC, stop hiding stuff. Like, but it looks so cool, and it's so fun to do it as well. Like when you do it, it's just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's super satisfying.
Yeah.
And so out of this backflip, here you have a knee here, like a little bash that goes pretty quick, goes pretty far, works really well. You can also do it off of a side one if you want. You can do it off of a front one. You can do it at any point you want here. So that's super interesting as well. What's cool with this is that, really using a lot of stuff in like target
I'm gonna
swapping,
take my time with
deciding
this hero.
what direction
Bam.
you're gonna go in when you flip, when you do things. really helps her move around the battlefield, and that works really well. The next thing I want to really highlight is after any single one of her bashes, so if they are like kick or knee-based bashes, so after this one or after this one, you get a guaranteed light or a guaranteed heavy finisher that keeps the properties that we have when you're doing them normally, right?
Oh my.
So if I go, it might sound a bit weird to go like this and go, oh, this is unblockable, but still it works really well, and it works here as well, right? I can do top, I can go this one that displaces again, and whenever it's off of shield-based bashes, it's the same logic here, right?
Okay.
And what's really interesting here is, I don't know if you've noticed, and Vanessa can talk about this, right? When I'm doing your heavy finishers normally, they look like this. If I do them after
They look different.
kick, they look completely different, even though they have the same properties. And if I do them after a bash, they also look different,
Yes.
right? So you want to walk us through this?
Yeah, because we designed them to be like you have your shield more in your presence as well. Like when we design, and we wanted to have like variety of animation in just to like let you like guide you through the chain that you want to do. So and for this character specifically, like the shield, yes, she has a shield. She's not the first one to have a shield, but technically the shield is a weapon. And like in how it's made, it's used as a weapon. So that's why.
So she can put a lot of pressure.
Maybe do something else with it, but
with her agility.
the shield is really like a part, like really part of the and I like the design, like the nook, like the
little
little
nook.
hook,
Oh,
like
yeah.
and we use it in the stance as well, like
Right? Yeah. If you switch from that side to the other side, there you see like kind of she pushes the mace out.
Yeah, as soon as we saw it in the design, at first we're like, oh my god, we can use that in the guard break and like all those kind of moves. We're gonna use it. So it was. We evolved, like the whole team evolved and adapt. It was really fun to do.
Yeah.
Because there's even something about that in the guard break itself too, right?
Yeah, when you guard break, she kind of punches with the shield.
I love that animation.
Isolate your face to do some damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like she gets it right in the hook. So yeah.
It looks super cool.
Nice.
She also has a regular, pretty fast zone attack from neutral. That also counts as an opener. So you can kicks afterwards.
Oh, okay.
You can flip afterwards if you want.
Yeah.
She has a running attack. Again, counts as an opener. So kind of everything kind of counts as an opener there. So that works really well, and that's cool. I think like even her like the way she runs, she looks super interesting here. Like I really like the way that that works.
She reminds me of
there's another
PK. I don't know why. When she runs.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, like I was talking about relentless reach.
Right. Like
Right.
I'm so far away, right?
Super far.
You can't
hit
get
you, right?
me.
Like I'm
You
gonna
can't
try to
get
like
me.
hit you with a light or
Safe
whatever I
over
can.
here. I'm safe.
But wait, if I try to do that neutral bash, this is what happens.
Oh, yeah.
He runs towards her opponent and then hits them with her shield, right? So this is super cool.
Okay.
That's what we mean by relentless reach, that she can really run towards her opponent. Even while you're running, you can move around a little bit. So if your opponent's around a corner, you can kind of like curve around the corner, have that good stuff going.
It's so fun to pull out this.
Oh yeah, it's super cool. You can feint that run at any point during the run, so you can crazy if you want. You can also cancel it with a flip, so you can go like this, whoop, or go a little bit further out. Yeah, there we go. You cancel it with a flip. I can cancel it with like a side flip if I want to. I can do like whatever I'd like here. So it's interesting to really have like that sort of control here and really go into running and what I want to do, what's going to happen. And we wanted to give her options when she's running so that if there's opponents nearby that try to hit you out of it, you can anticipate it, do a flip, try to avoid them, feint, block, do whatever you'd like. That works super super well. It's very cool there. And I think her run, like it's a bit similar to, like, you know, we have a Orochi that runs like this a little bit, but it looks so different, and the outcome is really strong.
Yeah, because she's looking at you, and she has her shield like in front, because she's still like she's tactical, like it's part of her character. So she's like, she knows where she's going, and like don't let her reach you, because
it's a doom train coming her way right there. So yeah.
She also has superior block dodges, so you can see the shield flashing here on the top, and then you want to do me a top attack?
I would do that.
Again. And so when you hit guard break,
She has a
when
bash.
you successfully block with this, you get a shield bash.
She bonked me again. So many bonks.
that leads to those heavy finishers that are faster as well. It comes from a shield, so you get the shield variant of those attacks
Exactly.
as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we really want to have like that, a lot of cohesion there, and have that aspect really, really like shine through, and have this. So that's really, really cool. You want to show a couple of emotes, maybe?
I mean, sure. If we want to do a little handstand there, that's honestly my favorite one. Yeah. I'm glad I got this character.
Yeah. It looks really amazing.
Just styling.
That's right. She's showing off her skill, right?
Yeah.
Now,
balance
Vanessa,
skills.
from an animation standpoint and mocap. Like, did you actually had the mocap actor
Yeah, you
doing
did that.
handstands?
I mean, we might have cheated a little bit and hold him in place, to be honest. But I mean,
We do what we can.
but with her, I mean, she's flipping a lot. So the guys
Wait,
actually
what?
need to do flipping
Yeah!
for like 8 hours.
Woo!
And stuff.
Yeah, at some point.
It's pretty tiring just to look at them. So I don't even like imagine like just doing them, you know. So
Seems exhausting. Oh.
Yeah, we have a little flip of the mace here.
yeah, showing up.
Slightly different. Showing out the celestial sphere there. That's really, really cool.
Got some good spam here. I like it.
Yeah.
Actually, we when we do the animation, we look at the spam. Huh? We look at
Yeah,
how
we
they.
really do. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to make them like as cool. It doesn't often like come out.
Oh.
When they do, it's pretty satisfying.
Yes, just so you know, chat. Like we do consider emote spam in the
totally.
creation of new
Completely.
emotes.
I love
and
those
stuff.
videos. I love those videos.
Yeah, and so we went to mocap with this. A lot of new animations, a lot of
Yes.
variety. I really, really like the way that she's fluid, how she moves, how she like their stances, the attacks look really, really cool.
'Cause she has a lot of attack, but it means a lot of transition as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is always the not the bane of my existence, but every time JC came to my desk and like, yeah, we might want to add something or change something. I'm like, oh my god, all those transitions that we have to do. So,
Yeah.
but we adapt and we try to find the
Yeah,
best.
we
like,
do what we gotta do. But
yeah, exactly.
and then I go see her and go, this needs to be 400 ms.
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
6.
Oh my god, yes. We'll see later with the feet, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go have a quick look at the feats. Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit more about like?
Do you want to do execution right now?
We're gonna do
or-
executions afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to just like talk a little bit about more like the process that you guys have for like
Yes.
from when we're gonna mocap and like design for the animation.
Yeah, exactly. So the first time we go to mocap, because we go to mocap often to adapt to the design of because it evolves obviously, and we the first time we go we do navigation first, really to show the personality of a character. We always do them the navigation because it represents the core personality, like with the idol breaker. When you wait a little bit longer, you're gonna see her like personality show through, and yeah, so we do like basic like opener, finisher, like those basic attack. Because at that point, it's so early in the process that sometimes it's not even fleshed out yet how like it's gonna evolve, like the transition, like we were saying, like she's gonna move that way or that way. So we have to go back to adapt and adjust the timing and all the transition and everything. So obviously all the execution for every character, it's always like that. But execution, emote, podium, it's all mocap.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All
But we have to
mocap?
advance, like, with all the
Damn.
concept,
So
we
it's
give
new hero,
concept to the
like an actual
multiple
hero
actors
with
to
new
inspire, give
animations.
them a little backstory as well. So
Damn.
I'll get into it.
That's gonna
our
be
mocap
cool.
guys are
They're
absolutely
good.
amazing.
Crazy good.
Yeah, and if you and again, like I've seen the list, people. Like I've seen the list of animations, like everything they have
Yeah,
to like
I
they
know.
go through. It's
know.
it's insane. The amount,
Yeah.
the amount those poor actors like just running for hours.
Yeah, when they do the run, because the run is pretty low, and I think
Oh
we
yeah, that
did
was
some,
rough.
we
Yeah.
did some take when he was just lying on the like he was leaning on the like couch thingy, and he was just trying to run because she's so low, then it's hard to mocap. So obviously, the animators, as soon as they get the data, they can adjust it to make it like natural in a way and to make it feel good. And there's a lot of camera work as well that we have to adjust to make it feel good as well.
Yeah.
So,
That's super cool. All right, so let's have a quick look at feats. We
Okay.
finished a little setup here. So just to note, feat cooldowns. We're in Dominion. The feat cooldowns are set to fast.
Okay.
So don't rely on this for feat cooldowns. But that's what it is. So we have 4 feats, right, on Afeera.
No way.
The first one is a nice little
Kick in the face.
grabs and throws, right? This is 500 ms from neutral. Not a lot of range, but still very, very, very strong. Really hard to
So
react
basically
to.
a feat as a
And it looks
bash.
absolutely
in a way.
amazing. I don't know if you want
I'll
to
do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Yeah, there. Hi-ya.
Right? So
I love
a lot of what we
It,
did.
it was so impressive to see that live, like
Oh, yeah.
like the our actor did that for like in front of us, and
Yeah.
we were like,
Just straight up.
okay, cut. I think we got it. It was so cool to. And I think it's just really amazing to do. But obviously they don't do it. And how many ms it is?
It's 500 ms, so it's
Yeah,
very, very fast.
They don't do it in 500 ms. They do it like they don't want to hurt themselves, obviously. So
Yeah.
that's when we like have to adjust it and to make it like readable and understandable. It has to fit with like the characters. So yeah.
Yeah, and
What?
we're
So
like,
cool.
a lot of people on the dev team are like big fans of wrestling.
20
and stuff, and
damage?
we're really trying to get a
Okay.
little bit of that agility.
How
there,
did you
right?
know that? I mean,
I don't know.
yes, yes,
Right. But
fine.
it's I find it super interesting that we have like a lot more agility in what she's doing in
Yeah.
her moves, and it like I'll do it again on Nolan. Just grab it.
But it reflects the character. She's agile and she's
Yeah.
really tactical. She knows exactly where to put her body to
exactly.
to just
Can you do
survive.
like pirate
So
though?
feat 2 is a defensive feat. So feat 2 is whenever you land a bash, you gain a defense buff
Okay.
for a few seconds. So you can see on the shoulders here how it lasts. So you get a little bit of defense. So again, she lands a lot of bashes. A lot of her kit is centered around bashes. So we wanted to make sure to give her like a bit more of reward when she does perform her bashes, and it gives her a bit more safety in group fights as well.
But she doesn't do damage with the bash.
And I noticed the green glow also came off of the first.
But
feat,
unless
too.
she has
Yeah,
the
so exactly
actual
right.
bash,
So-
your
so
feet
feat 1
hidden.
counts as a bash. Feat 3 also counts as a bash.
Oh.
Right now. So feat 3, I'm gonna do it from far away because we can do it a little bit from further away. So feat 3 is another part of her relentless reach aspect. So when you pop it, you run towards your opponent, kick them, throw them to the floor, and then you get a guaranteed heavy effort. I didn't land it, obviously, because I'm not good. But that's the whole point here, right?
Why
and
do
then
that
when she
look like
does
a
it, Nolan's gonna
shield
be able to do it for me.
throw?
And have
I'm
a
gonna
look at
mash
her-
heavy. I'm gonna
yeah,
mash
and
heavy.
look at her guard indicators. You see that she had full block during the entire duration of that run. And so when you're point blank, you can actually react to some attacks with it, block them as you're doing the feat, and grab your opponent and do that. It's really, really good. It should be good for ganking setups. You can do a lot of different things with it, so that's super, super interesting here.
The fun story with that one was we did the first feed first, like a mocap.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in game, tried it, and we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. That looks so cool. And I think it was you or Stefan. I don't remember. Like, oh, can we do another one? I'm like, okay, let's go back to mocap.
Yeah,
let's do another one. And we did another one. Like one of them, I think, moved forward. The other one moved back.
Yeah.
The
So
opponent.
when one of them hits, like you
Displacement, yeah.
push your opponent backwards from you, and then the other one keeps your opponent in front of you. So really, I have that kind of like change there.
And I think it was that. I think it's the third one that at first was. I think the data was like 3,000 ms.
Oh, yeah,
something
well,
really
it's
long.
slow.
Because
Took a little
it's
bit.
kind of long to do, and GC was like, it has to be like. I think at first was like super fast, and I'm like, GC, you have to give me a little bit of
Yeah, you know, a little bit
there.
of a thing, but
Because it's so hard. Because it's always like it's part of our job really to make it work. It has to look good, but it has to make sense in gameplay as well. Because that's we deserve like deserving gameplay through the animation. It
Yeah.
has to make sense. It has to be balanced as well.
Yeah.
So it's really like support each other and come up with something cool.
okay. And then I'm gonna show off the last feat, which is feat 4. We can't show it off
To its full
to
extent.
its full extent.
Yeah.
But basically, she throws her shield. When it hits the opponent, leaves them with a defense debuff, as you can see right now. The trick with this is that it deals damage, debuffs defense, and it bounces around targets. Kind of like similar to what
Only
Pirate
30
has with
damage.
her third feat.
Yeah, the ricochet.
Yeah, the
thing.
ricochet,
Yep.
right?
Nice.
So it kind of bounces around, debuffs everybody it hits, deals damage to everybody it hits. Super cool looking. Everybody like that. I think that was the first feat that we had in, and we're like, yeah, guaranteed this is in
Oh, yeah,
at the
yeah.
end. Like it
I
took,
think it's in the trailer as well.
I'm a throw.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Bouncy, I think, in the
Yeah.
trailer.
yeah.
It's like
So-
it's like an awesome
Super,
discus.
super cool.
It's great.
Yeah. So, right, so that's it for feats. Let's look at executions, right? So I'm gonna gently kill Nolan here.
You're gonna thank you for gently killing. I appreciate
Right.
that. I love that you're thinking of me.
Yeah. So we have this execution here.
Okay.
Again,
Ow.
showing off the agility there super,
You know what
super
she's
well.
doing, right?
Yeah.
I'll wake up. It's okay, and I'm okay.
Right, you're okay.
And I'm okay.
Special developer powers.
Aw.
All right, so I'm gonna
Do the other one.
the other one.
Oh, so many bonks.
So many bonks. Right,
Go
so
to
again,
horny Yale.
really showing off a lot of this agility.
Yeah.
I think I have the other ones equipped up to me as well. I'm not,
Yeah, I think you have all of them.
I should have all of them. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, so good.
A lot of inspiration.
Using the shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it,
Wow,
really using
okay.
the shield to control your opponent.
It's so cohesive.
Yeah. And finally, shot of that. There. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It happens this live, you know. This is what happens.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, look at you combo. You're
You're
swagging
showing
on
off,
me.
Lucy,
You're
you're showing
swagging on me. Oh. Nice.
Right? So
Oh, and she
We-
kicks it up. She
yeah,
kicks
she
it up.
kicks
at
it
the
up.
end.
Like just that little part there, like is
She's
amazing.
flipping over your body.
Yeah,
She's-
yeah.
Yep.
So that's
Okay.
pretty much it in terms of fight kit and feats, emotes, executions, all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, I think Nolan,
I-
we're gonna talk about.
Well, I just wanted to keep playing. I'm sorry. I'll set the controller down now. I'm just trying to. I love
Yeah.
the handstand. So fun. Wow. Yeah. No. Sorry. One more week. One more week.
It's
and we
fun to
can
play when,
Yeah.
because I'm not as good as GC when I play the game, but it's fun to play when you're like not as good, but you feel really good.
Yeah.
She has so much option, even
Yeah.
if it's simple, it has
Yeah.
a lot of option. And when you're really good, it's the best comment we got during a play session was, "I die, but it was really cool."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yes, cool.
Yeah, you-
that's-
That
And I
doesn't
think-
happen often.
Right. Yeah. And I think you get the sense like with all of that, like you could put that whole kit together in so many different ways. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
I love
cool.
that. That's it. You really can afford to be creative, and nobody plays Afeera the same.
Mhm.
We saw it when we were playing. Some people really do like a lot of flips. Some people do a little bit less, and then like they try to do like side flips. Some people like try to focus on I'm gonna hit this person, target swap, flip into that towards
Yep.
that person, do other things.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of that like personality that can shine through as a player. Or
yeah,
playing this hero, so
it's
really
easy
cool.
after that to know, like, oh, this person, they're using the shield a lot, so
Yeah.
it's easy to
Yeah.
kind of know in which way they
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, even though she's like got the super unique move kit stuff, for people out there who are already playing for Honor, like what is there like a close parallel that maybe you could equate her to for
So
people wondering?
I think like as we've seen a bit, there's there's the running, there's those stances. I think if you play Shinobi already, she's kind of a natural fit. Like she has similar tools in terms of like the flip. Like Shinobi can flip, obviously. Like has different types of mix-ups, but it's really the idea is if you play Shinobi, you should be right at home. If you play Orochi with the running or Shaman with the running, you're right at home. You know how to use these tools already.
Okay.
They're just more accessible with her.
Mhm.
They're also a little bit different, but you can get into that. And so we really wanted to have like that kind of feeling of, well, there's some of the more agile heroes that we have. How do we translate this into a shield hero that does not have a traditional full block stance, right? Usually when we have shield heroes, except for Gladiator because it's a really, really tiny shield,
It's a
they have
punkler.
like big block stances, right? And so even though she does have a shield, we wanted that shield to be part of her move set and not necessarily like a big defensive shield, right? So that's like
Yeah.
that's a big part here for that. So I think like at least Shinobi, Orochi, Shaman, these types of more agile heroes fit really, really well with her. And then if you use the Orochi as well, dodge cancel, that sort of stuff, so it works really, really well.
Cool. And how do you see her fitting into like the team comp for like competitive play or
Yeah.
if it's just online?
So
Like, where do you see that?
What's interesting is that she has a lot of tools to stall with her flips. She has a lot of tools to deal a lot of damage in 1v1 with with like hitting and wall sliding people. So there's a lot of those things where it's like she fits, I think, into team compositions where if you want to have somebody that's going to be good at stalling a point, somebody that's going to be good at doing 1v1s, a little bit good in group fights, having that aspect there of being able to, well, she's kind of well-rounded in those aspects. So, and it's a big part of the meta right now. It's stalling, doing like like really keeping a point, making sure that you can keep somebody on a point and have them stall there while their teammates come to help them when a bunch of people come. So there's a lot of that stuff there. And she's also an excellent ganker with her feats. Like those feats that, keep you pinned for a long time, flip you around, that sort of stuff. You have an ally nearby to get a free heavy all the time.
Yeah.
Super good there.
That's awesome. Well, very cool. And I mean, do you have any other tips maybe for players coming in next week when they first get their hands on Afeera? Like, what tips do you want to impart on them?
I think one of the things I'd like to say is like she has all those dodge cancels, right? But they're not regular dodge cancels. They go into like something really unique and specific, and a lot of that can make you predictable. And that's the big thing here is that we don't like if you're playing with Afeera quite a bit. And you start to do that all the time against people, you start to become predictable. And because you become predictable, you become a lot easier to beat. So I would say really focus on that, the fact that she has a lot of different options to force your opponents to make reads on you. We're really pushing the game into a more like we want players to read their opponents more, which is different from guessing. But the big thing is that like, you really have to keep being unpredictable at all times. And when you're fighting her, it's a matter of looking at her, looking at the player that's playing Afeera, and going, okay, so what are their patterns? What are they doing? What are they repeating all the time? And what can I beat? We've taken a big care into making sure that things were still punishable, that if you make correct reads, you do get punishes, you do get a lot of stuff out of it. But I'm going to leave that for players to find out. There's a couple of other like little cute things that we didn't go into that I'd rather like, players find it out more organically. And like,
we can't just tell you all of this.
Exactly,
Sorry,
right?
you got to discover it for yourselves.
There's no more moves, but there's like, there might be something like, oh, I wasn't expecting this and that.
Gotcha.
So I would say like really go explore, try to see like and develop your own play style with her, which is like super interesting for that.
Cool. And start to learn running because she's
start to learn.
If you
runs
play
quite
against
a bit.
Afeera,
Start to. Well, I was gonna say like, what can I do to defend against Afeera? Because I can't run away now. 'Cause she's gonna chase me.
Right, so you have to face her head on.
Man. All right.
And do correct reads. That's
do correct. Well, I'm in trouble then. That's for sure. Okay. Well, very cool. Well, thank you so much to both of you for coming here and sharing with everybody here. The first gameplay look at Afeera, going over the animations. Is there anything you want to kind of say, like to community?
First, I want to thank Francis, who's probably watching from home right now. He's on a well-deserved vacation. Who worked super hard on this hero. The entire fight team always works on every single hero, right? We're all doing this as a big group, along with Vanessa's team on animation. But Francis was responsible for this hero, and like props to him. Like, she is amazing, super fun to play, really, really good job. And then Vanessa's team did an absolutely crazy job on this hero. Like we're all super proud of it. We have audio with Carl that also like she sounds amazing too. Like it's not super obvious. So, we're just playing now doing stuff, but as we play her, you'll see that she's like everything sounds great.
It's really a team effort.
Like, it's a massive
all
team
across
effort.
The board.
Congrats to the entire team. We all did amazing. And
I want to congrats the animators that work on it, like Ricardo, Nawel, and Kadem. Same, we're a bunch of animators as well, and we help each other, like debugging at the end and wrapping up everything. But congrats! It's so cool to see like her fleshed out, like, and everybody's working together. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
That's a cool hero. I'm not gonna lie.
That's amazing for real. And yeah, big shout outs again just to everybody who works so
not
hard. Not
bad Feats.
Not so much for coming and showing off all this amazing stuff for the team here.
Nothing to complain about, at least.
But stick around because
from my
we're gonna
end.
get some more screen time with JC, who's going to go over all the patch notes for S24 TU2. So
Patch
look forward to that, and we'll see you soon. So don't go anywhere.